In 2016, when NDC was leaving power, they left us with the Ghana gas and ESLA. Okay. ESLA was to generate some money to pay our energy sector levies. And from 2016 up to now, ESLA has generated $9 billion.
Okay.
Get this clear.
Sure.
$9 billion. Before now, when MPP came into power in 2017, in 2018, they took ESLA and then did ESLA PLC.
Okay.
And then went onto the bond market and then collected bond of $6 billion.
Okay.
When they took the money, $6 billion, Ghana energy sector levy, energy sector debt was $2.5 billion. They refused to use part of the $6 billion to pay.
Okay.
They consumed the money on other things.
Sure.
And as it stands now, energy sector owes over $8 billion. The IPPs alone is $3.7 billion. Okay, so let's go into the figures properly.
Okay.
Just a second.
Sure. You have all the time today.
Fuel suppliers. Government owes them $775 million. IPPs. Government owes them $3.7 billion. Shortfall payment on government. Say ya kwebi anso. EPB asoso. $250.40 million. Legacy debt from Kwame Nkrumah up to now. The debt accumulated at time Mahama 2.5 no. And 3.1 billion. Shortfall from 2023 up to now. Okay, cancer kayina bomwa. 8.94 billion. Recently, Ameri, Sonny Asogli, threatened to shut down their plant.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
And you see, one aspect of this whole thing is that government buys fuel for this plant.
Okay.
But say PURC tariffs na wamon fast fuel cost no enka ho. That fuel cost alone is 40 million a month.
Okay.
Multiply that by 12. Okay, 1.4 billion dollars.
Yeah.
So we are riddled with this debt. And if the government decide that no, I'll not pass this debt on as in a form of levy, do you know what happens? The government will now go back to the electricity tariffs and say that there's energy sector debt. We are projecting to bring in fuel 1.8 billion this year. So let's now adjust the tariff to take care of this cost. Do you know how much your electricity bill would cost? It will cost not between 40 and 50% increment. So for instance, if it costs you 50% increment, if you buy 150 cedis, if you buy 100 cedis, not a son bosomia. You had been so koto 150 cedis na son bosomi. I hope you get my point.
Yeah.
So the government sat down and decided that, okay, instead of burdening the consumer with this, what other innovative way can we use to generate this amount without touching the electricity tariff?
Okay.
And fuel is something that we consume. I understand the fact that it affects everybody. You get it? But the government has made gains in the fuel sector. So if they put tax there, it is reasonable. If you decide, if you want to listen, it will be reasonable to you.
Okay.
You see, when they came, fuel was 16 cedis, right?
Yeah.
Now, a liter of fuel is 12 cedis. They've given you how much? 4 cedis as a consumer.
Yeah.
Out of the 4 cedis, they are taking just 1 cedi. Not even 50% of the gain they've given you. Just 50%, not up to 50%. They are taking 1 cedi. I think that is 25% of how much they've given you as a consumer. So, in as much as we hate taxes, there are some things It is reasonable. Imagine if we sit down and say we don't want taxes, we don't like this, and the energy sector collapses. Ufu and Okrana or the carpet on your light in the pumping bucano. You understand?
Yeah.
If the energy sector collapses, what happens to us? Even the fuel that you are complaining that they are putting tariffs on it and you are angry, if the energy sector collapses and we don't have light, the fuel pumps won't work for you to buy fuel.
Okay.
So, like, let's be reasonable about this. You see, I understand that people would want to play politics with it and do all manner of gymnastics with it, but these are the